Now, while much of the international spotlight remains fixed on conflict in eastern DR Congo and renewed fears around Ebola outbreaks, some members of the Congolese diaspora are choosing to return home and invest. Luc Luboya Tshishimbi, the CEO of Biohappy Farms, is with us. He joins us now from the perspective of an entrepreneur betting on opportunity despite instability. Welcome, Jean-Luc.
Hello.
So you've made a choice of returning to the DRC after living in the United States for more than 20 years. So some would say against all odds, and I bet you that people said that you were crazy.
You are so right about that. Thank you for inviting me on your platform. The first time I actually boarded the plane, going back from California into Kinshasa for my project, there was a man who sat across from me, and all he did was explain how agricultural project failed within the year. And he thought I was crazy, and I should probably go back home or change project altogether. And in my head, I was thinking, either this is going to discourage me, or maybe this is God talking to me. Or it was an opportunity for me to think solution, because to every problem, there's a solution. And I began to repertoire everything he was saying as an issue and a negative. And in my head, I was thinking how to overturn that and what solutions can be applied to it. And 3.5 years later, here we are.
Here we are. So where are we?
So with Biohappy Farms, we're in Kinshasa and Maluku. And the project that we started was to start with chili pepper. And we wanted to have something a little bit different. We have chilies that we call pili-pili generally. But I've come with different types of chili that we wanted to offer the Congolese people and the world. Different flavors, different heat. But in order to reach those types of results, the vision had to be carried through structured, organized agriculture project, just like you would do any other projects. And so at Biohappy Farms, we actually are thinking local, and we're thinking export as well. And it's really changing the lives of a lot of local people in the DRC. We have about 50 families that depend on us, that have appreciated us coming into Kinshasa with this project, and whose lives are changed today.
And obviously, I'm sure you've met some pretty difficult challenges. Tell us about them. Basically, the challenges that you heard in a plane, did they come through?
They actually were very true. Very, very true. You know, what I think of, this man was a man from the diaspora, just like I was. And I really want to thank people like Charlotte Kalala with Congo na Paris, because she brings people together, that diaspora as well as the opportunities back home. And so what this was doing for me was looking at the different challenges that he was presenting and how I should overcome them. And so we have dealt with, energy problems. We've dealt with logistics because everything is fragmented. But when I think about it, Africa has about 60% of uncultivated arable land. That's actually opportunity. That's resources. So to us, we should really see it as an opportunity less than a problem. And so with all of the challenges that this man was enumerating on the plane that I've encountered, we've been able to overcome them, overturn them. So it's really not a problem, of fragmented logistics, but it's a problem of figuring out solutions, working together.
For example, energy issue, it is a big issue.
It is.
So
Absolutely.
how do you go around it?
So we have generators. We also have alternative energy. We use clean energy, renewable energies, as well on the farm, as well as at our factory. So we have generators, for example, to power our machines. But one of the issues that we have, I have, for instance, a big machine that operates and dehydrates about 1.5 tons of chili on a daily basis. That machine doesn't work with regular electricity. And for that, you have to have a big generator that costs thousands of dollars. And that's a solution to a real problem.
And that was a few of the products that you
Absolutely.
managed to go even without with the challenges. So you mentioned the Charles Kalala and also the event, and I know that you were among the panelists to discuss during this event returning to one's homeland, an identity quest, or a wealth preservation strategy. What's the answer?
So yes, absolutely. So the diaspora wants to go back. And they're thinking, how do we do it? Because we've tried and we've not been successful. So the solution really is go back in a structured way, coordinated with a strategic plan. And this is what I brought. And for me, unlike, for example, a mineral or mining type of opportunity, agriculture is actually less of a cost of entry, barrier-wise. And so I offer something with a program called Farming Together. And Farming Together brings the diaspora into this community and a village that I call the Village des Fermiers Congolais. And this community of 20 or more people come together and they invest their funds into at least 1 hectare each. And with 1 hectare, we're able to plant either chili, eggplants, fruits, legumes, potatoes, whatever you'd like. And we're able to do so much more.
So quickly, because we have not much time left, but what would you say to someone from the diaspora who wants to go back? What would be the one advice, if you have one advice to give?
I would say really think strategically, plan correctly, and make sure that you work with a community of people who are already there using the resources and the opportunities that we have in the country, and then build together from there. This is what we do with our little chili sticks.
I can't wait to taste. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for sharing your experience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.